Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.stampinup.net. So today I've got a lovely project to share with you. It's really fun, it's really easy to make and a great gift. We've got you know what coming up, and it's never too early to start creating those handmade Christmas gifts. So I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to show you the bare basics of how to make it. The only thing that I'm not going to show you how to do is make this bow. I'll leave a link in the description box below of how I make these on the envelope punch board, or you can decorate it however you like. It's just a little envelope punch board bow, and then I've encrusted it with the little sequins that come with that match the paper line. So the paper is called, what's it called? Snowflake Splendor. Okay, and we've used mini paper pumpkin boxes. So these are pre-made. You can buy them in a pack. I think you get 20 in a pack, either 20 or 10, I can't remember, but I'll leave all the links on my blog. Okay, and what we're doing is we open it up and we've got a little mini album, and it's like so that you can put Christmas photos in there, okay, past or present. Alright, and then it folds out like so, and it's just a concertina one, but it slips in a little band there to keep it attached to the lid as well, so that when you open it, it's kind of like you can open the pages like a little book. Okay, so I'll show you really quickly how to make it, and the bits that I skip I will leave over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Super simple. Right, so we get one of the pre-bought paper pumpkin boxes, and they come like so, flat packed. One side shiny and one side is matte. So the shiny part is going for the inside, and the reason that we do that is because then you could put sweet treats in there, and we've got this gloss finish so that nothing would leak out, and all of the score lines are there for you already. So you just fold them all. Super simple, really easy. Alright, fold all of those. Then these tabs here and these tabs here fold in like so. Okay, alright, and if you're really clever you'll save one of these and borrow the measurements and make your own, which is what I do. And then you lift it over, and it's double strength so that it's nice and sturdy, and that folds over there. Okay, let me just fold that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So you fold the tabs in, you lift the side up, and you tuck it over. Alright, and that's it. That's your box done. Simple as anything. And then it would fold in like so, and then you've got these little tabs that slot into the little hole, so they're nice and secure. I mean, that you could even put that straight in the mail. You could mail a little gift, use these as little mail boxes. Okay, you could put that straight in the mail, and I think, let's have a look how wide they are. You need 2.5. Ooh, you wouldn't quite make large letter in the UK. It needs to be 2.5 centimetres. Right, so I'm going to show you first of all how to do the little album. So for the concertinas, all you need is some cardstock. I'm using A4 because that's what I've got. You could use 12 by 12. And then I just need to get my trimmer. Where have I put it? Just get my trimmer. Here we go. And each one needs to be, let me remind myself, 5 by 3.5. So on the long side we're going to cut it at 5. Okay, and then save these pieces because you can make 3 by 3 note cards out of the offcuts. They won't get wasted. Okay, so save them. So you cut the whole length to 5, and then you score on the long side, okay, at 3.5. I'll just pull my arm out. 3.5, 7, 10.5, and then go to the 11-inch mark, and then use your trimmer and trim that little bit off. Alright, so that you've got a little section there to add your pages. These are the pages, and you can add them together. So you'd glue them together to make the concertina. Now I think I did 3. I think I glued 3 together. You can do as many as you like. You can fit quite a lot in there. Alright, so what we're going to do for this part here, we just need another piece which measures 5 by 3.5. Okay, so let me just do 5. So I'm going to cut it at 5 and do another one. 3.5. Score at 3.5. Score at 7. Score at 10.5. And then we put it to the 11-inch mark and trim it off. Right? Okay. So I'll just do 2 on camera, and then you can go away and do as many as you want. And then to go with that, you just need another one, a single page which measures 5 by 3.5. Okay, 5. And do it that way, then I can use that for a card base and I'm not wasting anything. 5 by 3.5. Okay. Alright, so then what we need to do is just attach the single one on its own to the top end of our concertina album, and that is because this is going to slide inside the little band that we create in the lid to hold it in. Okay, so that it stays there, and you can just open it. So let me just move that to one side. Okay, give that a good press, remove the tape, like so. Come on, you slippery little sucker. Okay, and then we're going to add this one. So I'm just going to add it on, like so. Alright, and then so that will tuck in the back, and then we're going to add this other page onto there. So you're just joining them up in a long chain. It's really that easy. You could gift this with photos already on to a loved one, with past photos of Christmas or just photos throughout the year or whatever. Just a bit of fun and a lovely little gift to give. You could get children making them and gift them to grandparents or to their whoever. Right, so we're gonna just going to attach that one onto there, so you just keep attaching them. Okay. Alright, and then you need to just make sure the concertinas are run like so. Alright, there we go. So I'll just bob that out of the way a minute, and I will construct the little tab that goes on the inside. Okay, so we need to cut a tab at 6 3/8. I'm just going to use this bit of scrap, but you can make 3x3 cards out of them. So 6 3/8. So that is, it's hard to see 6 3/8 on here. Is it there? 6 and 1, 2, 3. I think it's about there. 6 3/8 by 1. Alright, and then we're just going to score each end at 1/2 inch, and that should just about give us the right measurement. I did kind of do it by eye, so let's hope this works. Okay, hold that in, fold that in. Let's just get our little mini album back, and there's plenty of room there. Okay, plenty of room to slide that in there. So let me just move my trimmer, bring it in my paper pumpkin box, and then you want some strong adhesive on either side. And what you want to do is you want to attach it quite close to the top there, so that when you slot it down, it holds it firm. If you put it down there, then it flops about a bit, so you want it sort of up there. Alright, so I'm going to use the Stamp and Seal Plus for quickness. It's quite strong, so it's good for holding. Alright, otherwise I'd use red line tape, I wouldn't use glue here. Right, so I'm going to attach that on the inside of my box, like so. Okay, straight as you can, and then essentially what happens is you get your concertina mini album, you slide it in there. Okay, we're not going to decorate that first page, we're not going to bother because you're not going to see it. Alright, and then that goes in there, and you can even attach it to the bottom there if you want, but you would keep going. Okay, I've added more in my sample, and then for each one of these you need to line with paper. So we're lining them with DSP, so I'll just slide it, and of course you can slide it out, you can decorate on both sides. Alright, so that's the inside. Let's move that to one side a minute. So what you need for your DSP layers, you need to cut these to, what am I cutting them to? 4.5 by 3. Okay, so let's just move this out of the way a minute. So on the long side of your 12 by 12 sheet of paper, cut it at 3. Okay, I've already been cutting into mine. Cut it at 3 and then turn it on the long side and do 4.5. Okay, 4.5 and 4.5, and then the offcut that you've got left will be 3 by 3 and will go on your scraps of card to make your little mini cards. I'm not going to make them today, but save those and save those offcuts. You can make note cards. Okay, so you're getting 2 gifts in one. You can even put them inside the same box if you like. Alright, so let me just move my trimmer a moment. Alright, so let's bring this back over. So that's going in, and then we're going to use our stamp and seal, the standard, and we're going to have one going one way and one going the other. So it's come from the same sheet of paper, okay, but if we turn it over, we can have one that way and one that way. Just makes life a little bit quicker, okay. Alright, if I can get this to, there we go. Okay, and then just carefully attach that, try and get it nice and straight, and you're giving each one of these, front and back, a DSP layer. Okay, so you're layering it all, and that will frame the photographs that you're going to put in, or that the recipient will put in. Alright. Okay, so we're going to pretend that I've done all of those, and we're going to pretend that I've added another concertina layer as well. I would recommend a minimum of 3. Alright, and then that slides inside my little band, my little belly band that I've got there, for want of a better word. Alright, and it will sit inside the box, and then the recipient again will be able to open like so. So then we're going to decorate it. Now I'm going to give you the cardstock and the DSP layers, and as I explained, I'm not going to do the bow on camera because I faffed about with it for ages. Right, so let's get cracking. So I'm back to the same cardstock. Let me see if I can use this piece here. I don't think I'll be able to use that piece. I'm using up my scraps. So to decorate the lid, you need a piece of cardstock measuring 5 3/8 by 3 3/8. So 5 3/8, so 1, 2, 3. I'm not doing the underneath, I'm only doing the top. So 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. I will leave these over on my blog, scrimpingmommy.co.uk. I've had a bit of a glitch with my blog, and sometimes I've been posting and it doesn't go live for some reason, but I'll make sure this is up for you. So that's that one, and then for the DSP layer we need some paper. I'm using up my scraps. Let me just even up that piece of paper. I've got a few stragglers there, just bear with me one moment while I just tidy that up so that they're not in the way. Okay, let's just move that. So then to layer the lid, we need a piece of DSP that measures 5 1/8 by 3 3/8. No, yeah, 3 3/8. So 1, 2, that's 3 3/8. And that way it needs to be 5 5/8. So that's just 1 over a quarter. Alright. And then what I did was I got the same colour ink, which is Coastal Cabana, and just, you don't have to do this, but it's just an extra touch and it just looks that little bit nicer if you just ink those edges. Alright. That's that one. I'm going to do the cardstock as well. Like I say, you get quite a few in a pack of these, so you could make heaps of these as little gifts. And you'd need a pack of these, you'd need a pack of DSP and a pack of cardstock, and there you go, that's it. You'd be able to make lots and lots of gifts. Okay, put that to one side. And then what I'm going to do is use the standard stamping seal to attach the DSP to the card. Okay, if I've cut it the right size. I haven't cut that right. Hold on a minute, what have I done wrong? I've cut the paper the wrong size. I've cut the width, I think, and not cut the length. So what should the length be? So I've done the 3 3/8 and then I've not cut it to 5 1/8. Oh dear, 5 1/8. Don't do this with your trimmer, because you will get it all sticky. Don't do it. I just forgot to cut the length. Alright, so now that will layer up on there nicely. Okay, let me just get it central. Just pull it over a little bit. Okay, come on, get on there. Trying to keep it straight. There we go. That's nice and straight. And then the stamping seal plus will stick the card to the box. Okay. So let's just get that on there. And centralise it. Hold on. There we go. And those measurements are just perfect. Perfect increments for that box. So then we've done the front and each side and the back. I'm not going to do that on camera because it does take a while, but I will show you. So I've layered it with cardstock and then DSP. I've inked it the same as here, okay, and I will leave the measurements over on my blog. But each one of those, you want the same for the front and the back. So the cardstock measures, where is it? Sides, front lip, where am I? I've got the measurements for it somewhere. Where is it? Have I written them down? I don't know if I've written them down. Front lip. Yes, that's the front lip. 5 5/8 by 7/8 of an inch. Okay? And then the DSP is 5 3/8 by 5/8 of an inch. So you do the same front and back. And then the sides measure 3 1/2 by 7/8 of an inch. And then the DSP is 3 1/4 by 5/8. I will leave those on my blog, okay? And that is the finished result. It's really, really pretty. The stamp that I've used here is from this one here, okay, which is perfectly plaid, and it's this one here. Okay, so I just did a really quick video tutorial there because it's not a difficult project. I'll leave all the rest of the measurements over on my blog, and you can create one of these, it's like a mini album in a box for yourself, okay, and go and have some fun. I think that's a great little gift, and you can dress it up a bit further if you like, or you can keep it nice and simple like mine. Alright, there you go. Go and have some fun and make some little mini albums in a box. Thanks for watching. Bye.